Well, hello to everyone out there in the C-19 and the riots and mayhem of the United States, the Twilight Zone. So, in the beginning, I'll just say that as a disclosure, I don't make any monies from these videos, and the videos that I'm using under the Fair Use Act, which I think doesn't really mean anything these days. Nevertheless, I was just going to disclose that. It's been a while since I've done a card reading or a video um, because actually I've had some unusual experiences happening in my life, and it's actually been very draining. It's a part of the targeting and this whole gang stalking thing that goes on. But at the beginning of the year, I actually pulled a lot of my videos of card readings that I had done in 2019. I had pulled those from YouTube, and I'm not sure what motivated me to do that, other than I thought maybe what came out in those readings in 2019 regarding what was coming up for 2020, it might not be a good idea to have them out there, but just because I can't see it and you can't see it doesn't mean they can't see it, which might be something related to this targeting. But anyways, these weird experiences that I have been having happen in my life, it's been very draining. And but anyways, I thought that I would make a quick video, hopefully. Um, it is about what is going on in today's world, specifically the United States, but apparently it's worldwide. And the reason that I wanted to make this video is I happened to be in the lobby of this place, and on the TV they had one of these big major networks on, and so I was forced to look at it. And the newscasters, the teleprompter readers, were wearing these helmets with plastic face shields, the anchors. I'm not making this up. Actually, I don't think that big outfit has uploaded it to YouTube yet because I couldn't find it. But uh, I did find one that this one goes back 3 months, but I just thought I would show it quickly because the high tech helmet, plastic face shields is like a motorcycle helmet or something with a doggone face shield over it. It's the most bizarre thing. What was really bizarre was the newscasters that were sitting there side by side. I don't think 6 feet apart. Maybe they don't have to since they're wearing this motorcycle helmet looking thing with a plastic shield. I wasn't able to find that, but I did find this one.
A Hialeah company that specializes in plastics is now offering a new product, face shields. They've never made them before, but because of the dire need for personal protective equipment, they are now and producing thousands. NBC6's Steve Litz is live in Hialeah with details. Steve, you got it in your hands right there.
Yeah, here it is, Jackie, and we've heard so much about this personal protective.
Okay, so this flimsy looking thing, which we're going back 3 months, the one that I saw the newscasters wearing this morning were high tech, like a motorcycle helmet and a face shield, and I could imagine how that would be walking around in 100-degree temperatures. I mean, wouldn't it fog up and you couldn't see nothing? Anyways, what I'm getting at here, this major psyop that is happening worldwide, we, I mean, and I will reiterate, this one is from 3 months ago, but the one I saw this morning was current. So we have mainstream media talking about these doggone not face masks, face shields, and yet we have this going on in this country.
Now, oh my God, they just threw firecrackers at the fucking police. Oh my God, they just bombed the fuck.
So, and you know, this is not showing the people that are being drug out of vehicles that are trapped in these cities with these mobs surrounding their vehicles and pulling them out. It may, I don't know, I'm not going to play all of it. Or the buildings burning in the cities and the cities being looted and people being attacked. This is happening, but yet they're talking about now, and apparently it is a big deal. This is like a main topic. A cloth face mask versus a doggone helmet with a plastic shield over it. This is where the whole psyop with this comes in, y'all. And I have noticed in trying to prepare for this video that if you put in riots and you do a filter, what I'm seeing, and you don't even really have to do a filter, frankly, what I'm seeing is mainstream media. I'm not seeing, like, from regular creators that happen to be live streaming at these riots with these mobs attacking people and burning buildings down and looting everything. At least on my end, maybe y'all be able to see it on your end, but when I do a keyword search like with simply riots on YouTube, it's basically all mainstream media. I think they have purged, for the most part, any type of independent creator, private creator type research. And I just saw it this morning. It gazillions of mainstream media coverage on it, but whereas in the beginning, I was seeing actually private people, regular people with their live streams uploaded to YouTube. Seems to have disappeared. So now they are burning, and of course the statues that are being destroyed in this country, monuments, national monuments. I can see what is happening behind this Black Lives Matter and this Antifa. And if a person was inclined to pick up a book or maybe even watch an old documentary of, like, when Russia went from being controlled by czars to communism, you'll notice in those documentaries that the first things that they did was destroy statues. It's symbolic. It is erasing history that within one or two generations there are no monuments, and the kids will ask, hey, what's that? And of course, it would not be in their school textbooks. The exact same thing that I saw happen in Russia when communism took hold in Russia and them destroying what I would believe to be Russian monuments of their history being destroyed, I see happening right now in the United States. And California just yesterday has gone back into a statewide total lockdown. The most recent of about an hour and a half ago that I saw, even restaurants are not allowed to even do takeout, which before they could do takeout, the first lockdown. And now Florida apparently is the epicenter of the C-19, and I've yet to meet anybody that has it or has had it. Plain and simple, I haven't. And I've asked people. It's a major PSYOP that's going on here. And y'all, if people do not start to take action, we are going to be a civilization that failed like many civilizations before us, and that disappeared for some unknown reason. Their structures and their buildings were left, but the people died or was taken away or whatever. They're not around. Buildings are still there. If the world in general does not take action, we will be a part of the next reset, and then they'll reboot it and they'll start all over this again. And there are some really good researchers out there that have researched in depth these resets. And if you happen to look at them, it's very interesting because you can tell this has happened in history. It would be my belief many, many times, probably countless times, we wouldn't even be able to comprehend it. In Brazil, this goes back a decade or so ago, miners drilling miles down into the earth came across intricately handmade jewelry that was dated to like 800 million years ago. That's just one example. This is where the resets come in. And the reason that I keep mentioning this reset I feel a presence in our midst, and I feel it getting stronger. And y'all, I don't have to do a card reading for this. I simply feel it, and I see what is happening in the world right now. But besides seeing it, it's a feeling, and it's very hard to explain. And I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure if I could actually explain the feeling, but this entity or group of entities have have always been here. It's not like they just got here from wherever. But what I can say, what I'm feeling is that they are growing in strength, in power, and I feel that they are growing in their strength and their power from the fear of the C-19 and the outright mayhem happening not only in this country but worldwide. I believe that these entities are growing more and more power. And I wanted to keep this video short, but I just wanted to say maybe another thing. We go in this country from lockdowns. You can't go anywhere except to a supermarket. Everything is closed. People are suddenly cut off without any type of incomes. And the majority of Americans, I believe, are pretty much paycheck to paycheck. And quickly and swiftly and smoothly, I might add, move right into total anarchy. Cities being burned, looted, people killed, beaten. So, how is that possible? Really? And I would like to know also, considering the U.S. government and its ability with the U.S. military doesn't seem to have a problem going across the world to another country and solving a situation, yet it can't be done here in this country. And I saw some footage. I want to say it happened yesterday. I'm not gonna, don't hold me to that, but it's been recently. A federal courthouse was under siege by a mob. A federal courthouse. Now, y'all, we're talking federal. And in this live stream, you could see the National Guard troops and maybe some local law enforcement was thrown in there, but they were inside of the building. You could see them through the doorway, basically trapped by a mob of people that will probably beat them to death. My question is, how is it possible for this to happen? You can go and take out Afghanistan. You can go and take out Iraq. You can go and take out Libya. But you can't stop mob rule, anarchy, outright anarchy in your own country. Which leads me to believe that It's being allowed to happen. And it's going to be interesting to see, considering that California went on lockdown yesterday, full total lockdown statewide. It's going to be interesting to see if regular people that kind of comply because there's really nowhere to go because everything's closed and you're told to stay home, it'll be interesting to see if these mobs of anarchists and insurrectionists are allowed to continue burning down U.S. cities, in particular California. I'm not aware at this time that any other state has gone back into full lockdown, but it will be interesting to see if these mobs are allowed to continue to essentially hold entire cities hostage and civilian regular people held hostage in their homes because they're afraid to go out because they might run into a mob that would likely kill them. It's already been happening. So my thoughts are, if the powers that be wanted this to end, it would have ended. Therefore, my only conclusion with this is that it's being allowed to happen. And I don't need to do a card reading for that. There's no need. It's self-evident what is happening. And of course now, the COVID is not going away anytime soon anyways. It's not going away anytime soon. They have to stick with the narrative that they started with. But getting back to Black Lives Matter and Antifa, and there's a militant group out there that I can't remember their name and I don't really care to, but they're very armed. There is a force working behind those violent mobs. There's something going on behind that. If I had to take my guess, and this is not a guess, this is based on history, observations of history, I see a coup happening in this country. I see it. I don't know if you can, but I see it. Anyways, there's probably more that I could have said here. Not that anybody cares what I have to say, but I've been drained and haven't had a lot of energy due to these targetings and some gang stalking and all this going on. But I just wanted to make a quick video and express, maybe get it off my chest, some about this or whatever. But y'all, people have to realize the predicament that we as just regular, average, normal people, we have to start to open our eyes and see that this is not going away anytime soon. As a matter of fact, since I'm Mr. Gloom and Doom, we haven't seen nothing yet. We haven't seen anything yet. Wait till the end of September and definitely October, what we've seen so far happen in this country since March. Started a little earlier than that, but once this COVID scam came up, March. But we ain't seen nothing yet. It's coming. It's getting stronger. And the way I see it, we're allowing it to happen. So I guess if we get destroyed, we don't have anybody to blame but ourselves. I guess that's it. Y'all take care, be safe out there in the Matrix. I'm ending this transmission.